Okay, so guess what movie I finally got to see? And that is Kubo and the Two Strings. This is another movie by Lycia, which have done such films as Coraline, The Box Trolls, which I haven't seen, honestly. Every time it's on, it's like, I'll watch it later. I'll watch it later. Well, now I'm going to have to go back and watch it. They're also responsible for, of course, Paranorman. This movie is just, right out the gate, it's awesome. This film... Lycia Studios once again hits it out of the park, which sucks because this movie just did not do well at the box office, which I don't understand because this movie is completely underrated. It is criminal of how much money it only made back. This movie was just fantastic. This movie is just amazing. And again, it sucks that it got the treatment, for some reason it just did not do well at the box office. I don't know why, but it was just amazing. I actually kind of like this film more than I do Zootopia. And not to say Zootopia is bad. No, in no way Zootopia is bad. But as I watched Zootopia, and then I watched this, and I kind of compared and contrasted the two, and I was like, man, on a personal level, I think I like Kubo more. But again, not to say Zootopia is bad. In no way am I saying Zootopia is bad. Me personally, and this is just my personal opinion, I like Kubo more than Zootopia. And again, I really do like... And this is from someone who really does like Zootopia. Anyway. So, this movie, if you don't know, it's about a boy who has magical powers from his mother. His mother ends up fighting his aunts. Yeah, in this movie, it's very much Japanese mythology. So, long story short, after losing his mother, he ends up teaming up with a monkey and a samurai beetle to find these three objects who can defeat this villain called the Moon King, which is his grandfather. I am going to put spoilers in here because this movie's been out, since August, so yeah, I'm going to spoil some things. Anyway, this movie is just beautiful. For stop-motion animation, this movie is just goddamn magnificent to look at. Like, visually, this movie is beautiful. And keep in mind that this is all done in stop-motion. I think there was some little CGI for touch-ups, but other than that, this movie was just beautiful to look at. Like, the giant skeleton, the giant demon skeleton, that thing is literally, it's not even blown up. It is one giant stop-motion puppet. It is literally the largest stop-motion puppet ever made. It's just amazing how much time went into this film in every little detail, and... yeah, the music in here is also beautiful. Again, this movie is very inspired by Japanese mythology, and it is very... it's very evident here. In fact, the opening shot, just to show you how beautiful it is, the opening 30 seconds of the movie show you what kind of eye fest you're in for. And what helps is that it's fit in with a beautiful story that's told in about under 2 hours. It's about an hour and 40-minute film, and it tells you so much. This is very much an adventure film, but this movie, the best way to describe this movie at certain points is that it hits you with a Fiennes truck, and then the Fiennes truck backs up and dumps its payload of super Fiennes onto you as you're trying to get back up. That is, this movie is going to emotionally drain you. I am not going to lie. If you thought, you got the feels from Zootopia and other films, this movie's just going to go kill it. This movie is going to go Death in the Family Joker on you with the feels. Like, it's just going to take a crowbar of feels and you're down while you're down. This movie, I'm not going to lie, I cried. I cried at the end. It was just that beautiful. The story is very, very well done. It very focuses on memories and family, which is really cool. I really like the dynamic between Monkey and Beetle, which I kind of figured out for Beetle of what his story was. Is like, oh, that's really... I think I know what Kubo, how Kubo really is. I think what his connection to Kubo really is. And for Monkey, I was surprised. Like, that moment I was like, oh! When we got that reveal of who Monkey really is to Kubo, and I was like, oh, it's really his parents, Monkey is like the spirit of his mother transferred to this monkey totem to give him life, and Beetle is actually his father, who was robbed of his memories by Kubo's grandfather, who is a god. And his aunts are these two terrifying figures who look like they just crawled out of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or something like that. You'd think they fought Bruce Lee or should be in Mortal Kombat. No, really, those characters look like Kubo's aunts look like they should be like guest characters in Mortal Kombat. Because seriously, I want that now. Ralph Fiennes plays the Moon King, and he does an excellent job. He's not in here much. He's kind of like the Emperor in Star Wars, and the ants, who are voiced by Rooney Mara. Rumi Malek? I cannot pronounce that one. It's Rooney some. I think it's Mara, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But yeah, she does the voices of both ants because they're twins. And Ralph Fiennes, they're kind of like the Vader of the story, meaning they do most of the work. But when the Moon King comes down, yeah, it's a bad sign. So it's kind of like Vader and the Emperor in a way, or two Vaders in the Emperor. The action in here is amazing. The fight between Monkey and the ant, they don't really give names, I don't believe it. Yeah, so one of the ants and Monkey have this brilliant fight on a ship made of leaves. That's right, a ship made of leaves in the middle of like a storm, and it's beautiful. It is a very well choreographed fight. And when you remember that, oh yeah, this is a stop-motion movie, it's all, you know, it adds into the, excitement and entertainment even more. Because, yeah, no computer, CGI here. This was literally all stop-motion. Every hit, every strike, every swing of the sword every action scene, it just adds more. I don't know about you guys, but it just adds for me even more for the entertainment value that this was not, this is all stop motion. So I was very much taken aback and just awestruck by that. The movie ends, and I'm not gonna lie, like, when the movie ends, I was like, I wasn't like, that's it, but, well, I kind of was, but not in the sense of like, oh, that's where you're ending it. Okay. That is a ballsy move, like ya. Yeah, this movie ends pretty ballsy. And, yeah. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about of how this movie ends. Because it is like, man, I don't even think Disney would go that route. It's a sad ending, but it's also really happy. There's also a redemption for the character of Moon King. And they do it in a way of, like, it's not like MLP, where it's just, like, instant friendship. It's more like, I don't know how to describe it, but it is it's how they do the redemption for that character is very well done, and it very much falls under Kubo's character arc as well. That final fight between him and his grandfather, though, oh my god, that is amazing. Like, damn. I still prefer, like, I don't know what I like more, that fight between Kubo and his grandfather, or the fight between Monkey and one of the ants. But yeah, the soundtrack is beautiful. I really want to get the soundtrack for this movie, because it is just goddamn ridiculously awesome. The characters are all very likable. Matthew McConaughey and Charlize Theron as Beetle and Monkey, respectively, they're great. Like, they give off some great stuff. The actor playing Kubo is also really great. I think the actor's name is Art Parkinson. Hope I'm saying the name right. And of course, Ralph Fiennes is the Moon King is also amazing, and the Rumi Malek as the ants are also spectacular as well. I really enjoyed this film. If you have not seen it, go check it out on DirecTV or get the DVD. Something. Just go get this movie. Go watch this movie, no matter what the means necessary. Go check this movie out if you haven't already. It's beautiful. The story is compelling. The characters are great. The action sequences are amazing, and it's a lot of heart to it. It's just a great film, all in all. So yeah. I highly recommend this film, and forgive me if I sounded like I was bashing Zootopia earlier. I'm not. I do apologize if I did. I do apologize. But again, I really love that movie, but on a personal level, I think I liked Kubo more. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying that, oh, this is my opinion, you should say so. And this is my say-so. No, I'm not saying that at all. But once again, hope you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.